Where can you get cheap Christmas decorations?
Goodwill.
Not cheap.
I mean, it's going to be the cheapest I think of.
Dollar store?
Yeah. That'd be the next, I guess.
Maybe I'll go to a dollar store today. I kind of want to decorate the house for Christmas.
Okay. You guys are the Christmas people. I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, that's a recent development, though.
For you? Maybe it's because good things in life.
I want the pretty lights. I want to put them on the window.
Okay.
Get some snow and just make a snowman. Put it in front of the TV.
Let's not do that.
Build the chimney so Santa can come down.
Tim Allen?
That'd be terrifying. I just imagine, like, coked out.
Yeah. Same thing.
Want to go sledding?
I got some snow for you.
Well,
yeah.
This is Tommy.
This is Jake.
It's
It's Tommy Jacobs mixtape. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
That's very different than the first thing.
Yes.
Hello, everyone.
I felt like the first one was kind of annoying, actually.
Happy holidays if you celebrate them. I don't know if you do. I understand people that don't.
All right. Yeah.
But gobble, gobble, motherfucker.
I just think of Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Is it really loud? Is this really loud right now?
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, I got my mic or my headphones turned all the way up. That's why.
You want me to turn it up?
No, we're good. It just like it looks fine on here, so
Okay.
I think we're good.
Yes. Welcome back. We are not doing a movie today. We are just taking a little break and doing a little banter episode. So if it's your first time joining, we're just going to talk about some random shit. Kind of a stream of consciousness. I wrote down a couple things to kind of talk about.
We might, relay. No, that's not the word, but move into talking about holiday stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
Possibly. Because we are going into a holiday block that we're figuring out still.
Yeah. It's just that time of year. Pretty much starting from Halloween until the new year.
And then it's free reign, motherfucker.
But yeah, if it's your first time listening or if you have, we always play a game at the top of every episode. I'm trying to figure out how to word this better, and I'm still working on it. At the end of every episode, we pick 2 randomly generated actors, connect them via co-stars and films they are in, and then the following episode, we play the game and tell what we came up with.
It's a really hard game to explain.
It is.
It's like until you like give an example of it, people are like, "What did you just say?
Yes.
Is this the Sphinx riddle? Like what?"
Actually, one of the coolest characters in Dragon's Dogma 2 is the Sphinx.
I could see that.
It's really cool. Confused boner.
I mean, Sphinx will do that to you.
Yeah.
Look at them big old boobies.
But yeah, so last week, the randomly generated people were Mila Kunis and Woody Harrelson.
Mm-hmm.
You want to kick us off?
Yeah, sure. Let's see if I can remember it without looking.
That's what I'm trying to do too.
Woody Harrelson is in Natural Born Killers
Okay.
with Juliette Lewis,
Okay.
who's in August Osage County
Uh-huh.
with Ewan McGregor,
Uh-huh.
who's in Star Wars with Natalie Portman, who's in Black Swan with Mila Kunis.
Interesting. So I got Mila Kunis is in Black Swan with Natalie Portman.
All right.
Fuck. Oh, the Natalie Portman is in Goya's Ghost with Javier Bardem. I don't know if you've ever seen Goya's Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Great movie. From what I remember. I haven't watched it in years, but I mean, that right there, Natalie Portman, Javier Bardem. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Goya's Ghost with Javier Bardem. Javier Bardem is in No Country for Old Men with Tommy Lee Jones, who's in Natural Born Killers with Woody Harrelson.
Wow.
That was interesting. That's the closest that we've gotten to like...
Yes, with like multiples.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is great. That's funny.
Funny. So yeah, at the end of this episode, we use Connect the Stars. It's a fun little website. Check it out.
The website's connectthestars.xyz.
Yeah, and you just type it in. It's just the interface is cool. So we're going to randomly generate from there, and we'll play it again. Cool.
What you been up to? Or should I start? Since I beat Silksong.
There you go. There's something.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Silksong is the sequel to Hollow Knight, which is a Metroidvania Souls-like platformer, which is a lot of genres.
Mm-hmm.
pretty much like a Metroidvania is a game that you traverse you through your worlds and you'll unlock new abilities, and those abilities will then unlock the ability to go further into other territories that you've maybe already explored, to unlock more abilities or get more secret items, more power-ups, so forth, to find secret passages to get further along and to find more secret stuff.
All while dying a lot.
Well, and then this being a Souls-like in the sense of you gather up, like, in this, rosary beads as your currency, and when you die, you lose all of them unless you go back to the spot where you died and reclaim your cocoon in this game, and then you reclaim all of your rosaries back and your full silk thread, which is like your magic meter.
Yeah.
And I 100% completed the game after about 77 and a half hours of gameplay.
Solid.
Yeah. And the last boss was probably actually the hardest boss. I actually had to like change everything. I had to change my weapon. I had to change my entire build.
I learned that pretty quick in Hollow Knight. Because I would keep going in with the same thing and then actually would fight them a couple times and then learn little...
I was able to get through the majority of the game with pretty much the same build.
Yeah, but I actually kind of like it when games make you do that.
Yeah. Well, Hollow Knight is also a lot more customizable than Silksong is. In its
badges
and stuff. The difference, so in Hollow Knight, you only have your nail as your weapon, which...
Because you have more gadgets, right? In Silksong.
Yeah, this is the difference. I'm getting there. Hollow Knight, you have your nail and your badges, and your nail is just, you only have one way that you attack with that nail. It's up, down, forward, and that's pretty much it, you know. And then you have your special abilities that you get, and then you have all your badges that help like buff what you want through that. In Silksong, there's not as many badges of the sort like that, but there are like tools that you get. Or there are your special abilities like in Hollow Knight. Tools that you get that you can use as weapons to damage enemies and stuff. And then there's two different types of other like badges, like other type of tools, like badges. That'll either like increase your like weapon speed or your healing speed. The one that gives you the compass gets more rosaries, so forth and so forth. But the thing that makes it a different type of customizable is that there are 7 crests that you can collect that change your fighting style as Silk or as Hornet, sorry. So you start off with one called Hunter, which the more enemies you kill, the stronger it gets until you get hit. And then you start collecting different ones. And then there's one that is very more similar to what Hollow Knight's attack is. You know, it's very straightforward, very directional. And then one that's a lot more like aggressive, like it's called Wild, I want to say, or Wild Beast or something. And then one that does a little bit more like silk magic absorbing, and one that does a little bit more like healing absorption, and one that is literally designed for you to just have a bunch of tools. Like you just throw the tools out, and then you can like replenish your tools. You know, because generally you have to be at a bench to do all that. With that crest, you have the ability to just fix your tools on the go. Yeah. I only used 2 of those crests through the entire game. Well, I mean, I experimented with each one just to kind of see what it was and be like, Hunter was my favorite one because it had the quickest attack, but it wasn't as wide of a range. So a lot of my stuff had to be really close range. But I got really good with that. And then when I switched to Reaper, which is the one closest to the Hollow Knight, that's the one I was like, oh, like I was deflecting attacks left and right.
I really lost momentum on Hollow Knight.
Yeah, that happens.
I really liked it though.
Did you lose momentum because you forgot what you were doing?
Yeah. I know what I need to do. I just don't really want to do it.
Oh, the flower.
Yeah, I just don't really want to do it. Doesn't sound interesting to me.
I mean, it's actually not that hard once you just...
That's the thing.
You do it.
No, that's once I kind of because I mapped it out. I can't remember where to start again, but I had to do that. But when I had the momentum, I mapped it out, and it just wasn't, I don't know. It just didn't seem interesting to do. And then I stopped playing for a minute because life got in the way, and I just haven't picked it back up. I mean, I really want to keep playing the Jurassic Park sim thing, but even that's a pain in the ass now too, because I have to start over, and I don't really want to do all that tutorial again. And the only way you can do you know those games, you try to get to the sandbox so you can just make whatever you want to, but you have to play the campaign to
Unlocks other stuff, yeah.
which makes sense. But it's one of those I wish that they did have, especially considering it's the third one. Like if the diehard fans have done that all stuff already.
Yeah.
I get it, but just want the dinosaurs. You want the dinosaurs. Sorry. Lost my train of thought.
It's all right.
You want to talk about Frankenstein?
I guess, yeah, sure, we can. We recently watched Del Toro's Frankenstein. I'm lukewarm on it.
Yeah, I came to realize that I just don't really care about that story anymore. I just don't. I mean, I thought it's Del Toro, so it was great in a lot of ways. You know, very visually interesting. But like to me, I had this epiphany where it's like I don't really care about the monster at a certain point, and that's such a main story beat to me. You know, telling Jacob this is all old news to him, but to me, just to kind of say it out loud on here is like. I find the most interesting thing about that story is Victor justifying him playing God with his, own hubris and ego and just his kind of own psychoses that he has is the most interesting thing. And then the second the monster gets involved and it kind of just turns into this story of abuse, basically. I don't really.
Well, what's interesting is if you go back into the history of what Mary Shelley was writing and why she wrote Frankenstein, and not just the retreat that they went to, it was inspired by a miscarriage she had. And the creature is a representation of that child that she never had. And there's this whole thing, and what makes the creature really interesting, especially through the original text, is how the father, his creator, is denying him acknowledgement. He calls it beast, calls it demon, calls it wretch, calls it all these horrible things other than giving an actual name. And especially in that age, in the early 1800s, where your name carries you so far, and name gives you identity, name gives you purpose, a thing that Victor refuses to give the creature, which is why the creature then is more of kind of like this symbolism of choices that the sins of your past type thing.
Well, like sins of the father.
Yeah, yeah. And all the creature wants is, love and compassion, and Victor refuses it because when the creature and the creature is just, it helps the family on the farm and befriends its only friend, the blind man, only to then have all of his good deeds ripped away from him because the family sees him as a monster. And which, I mean, that's the tragic thing for the monster, for the creature, is it can't find any type of solace because, and he didn't choose to be in this world. It was ripped into this world. And also, I really wanted this is a side tangent. In the book, it's not body parts that Victor is collecting. He's actually growing matter. He is growing this creature. He created a way to just make matter alive. So he's literally growing, taking pieces of all of these creatures and making them all individually alive. Very, very much different than the chop off the head and put it on the body type thing.
I don't know. And I think that also considering the TV crapped out and we lost all the momentum for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I cannot die. I'm like, I feel like we could kill you. I feel like we could.
Yeah, chop off your head maybe. Yeah. Maybe the head just actually, fucking the body's.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do a deep. I felt like a 3, kind of on it.
No, I was maybe 3.5 because of how pretty it was. Because it is Del Toro,
Yeah, Del Toro was
and he
just-
creates a beautiful world. I did not like the super strength of the creature,
sorry.
like how it was able to shift that entire ship. It's like
It was inconsistent. It felt inconsistent.
very inconsistent.
Like, did he do that movie?
What movie?
He did. Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying that, but then I was thinking about it more, and I was like, I want to just double check my work. Like, it reminded me a lot of Crimson, but I think that's what it is too. I think that Del Toro works best when he's not put into a box. So him following a classic story like Frankenstein,
And trying to make it his own.
it doesn't. I personally just don't think that's his bread and butter, because it's just not interesting to, like, if this was your very first telling of Frankenstein, that's pretty cool. But if you know the story of Frankenstein, then I find it very uninteresting and uninspired.
Especially you and I, who know multiple different stories of Frankenstein.
Yeah, like my favorite's Young Frankenstein because of the
Because it's fun.
because it's making like the whole he's fighting against this legacy. And then he himself falls prey to the hubris of almost the genetic hubris of the Frankenstein name.
Yeah.
And that's, like it turns on its head and it's.
I am a Frankenstein!
Yeah, or like, in the start of it where he's he's a con artist. He's doing this class about the nervous system and he's paying the dude off to do what he wants him to do. You know what I mean? Like,
What are you talking about with that? He actually does, he cuts off all of the guy's nervous systems.
no, but he says it's not going to hurt, and then it does, and then he whispers to the orderly, give him an extra 20 or whatever.
Oh,
he says.
yeah.
It implies that he's paying him off to like prove his point.
I see, because
that's how I always took it.
Well, because you're not wrong with part of that, because he's saying he's not going to feel it, but what the dude is feeling, he just has no reaction process to it.
I kind of
So yeah, he is. I see what you mean with like a con artist.
he's
thing.
but fluffing up his experiment.
It's
to
a
make
weird
it
thing
appear
because
some
that's
way.
actually in the sense kind of like what happens in the movie is when Christoph Waltz's character comes in. He's like, that creature, you were on a time limit that you're alive. The thing that you make it alive was about to lose all of its energy, and you were trying to make a point.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
true. Yeah. Like he used he used his outrage to mask the inevitable death of this thing again.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. I think that every now and then I say something and I feel like I can pat myself on the back, but I think that Del Toro does better outside of not in a box.
I would agree with that. I mean,
It's too constraining because
like,
he's a weirdo and he does weird. Like Crimson Peak is a great example of a weird ass movie.
If you were to compare the two stories that he's done actual remakes of, Pinocchio and this, which one is more interesting?
Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of but again, he took liberties with it. Like the Mussolini thing, I think is the funniest shit on the face of the planet.
That's very good.
Weird little caricature, like kind of like joke, but he's like
Yeah.
a monster. Like he's murdering people left and right. And it's like, no, yeah, that was Mussolini. Like he loved killing people.
And really leaning into the Father, the Spirit, and the Holy Ghost. You know what's weird is the more I watch Del Toro, the more I realize that guy's a very religious man.
Yeah.
I'm like, he has so much religious.
He has a really religious upbringing, so that makes sense. You know,
very Catholic, probably.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mexican,
Yeah. Well, isn't he like Irish and Mexican?
I mean, yeah, but he grew up in Mexico.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
oh yeah,
from both sides, like a lot of religious undertones.
Yeah.
And that, and then you can get into like a genetic trauma with that too. Like just on a cellular level, he's a God-fearing man.
Yeah.
He may not even be a practicing one.
This is interesting. Maybe transition to this. I recently watched a reel talking about how Godzilla, the original Godzilla, can be an allegory for feminism, essentially, and that if you
Not what I thought you were gonna say.
it's very interesting. The statement that he said, I was like, I've never thought about approaching critiquing a film in this way, especially like a horror movie of sorts, or a creature feature. If you remove the monster or the creature, the remaining main storyline in it is becomes the allegory of the film. So in Godzilla, when you remove the creature, you move Godzilla, you have this storyline of this woman and the three men in her life trying to control her. Her father,
Which Godzilla?
the first Godzilla, 1950s one.
Okay, I've never seen the actual first Godzilla.
Fair.
So I'm like, what the fuck are you talking? I remember Bryan Cranston at some point.
The OG 1954
Okay.
Godzilla.
I was like, that's not Godzilla -1.
You remove the creature and then you have her.
That's all about trauma.
And yes. And you remove the creature and it's all about trauma. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because, like on surface level, Godzilla is, again, a hubris on man thing, like Mother Earth coming back.
I mean, Godzilla was actually written as a metaphor of the nuclear bombs. That fell,
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm saying it's about the unfixable damage done to the planet by the hubris of man.
Yes. But then what he points out this thing of that when you remove the creature, she's having this conflict with like this guy that's supposed to marry her father and this scientist. And whenever she's in conflict with these men is when Godzilla appears, as if she herself is summoning this creature.
I never saw it, but it kind of, what that right there. Now I want to watch Colossal with Anne Hathaway. Is it Anne Hathaway? Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
It's this movie where she is this, here, let me just look it up real quick. Because I've always wanted to see it. Colossal, 2016. Yeah, so it's Anne Hathaway. Gloria is an out-of-work party girl who leaves New York and moves back to her hometown, getting kicked out of her apartment. When news reports surface that a giant creature is destroying South Korea, Gloria gradually comes to the realization that she is somehow connected to this far-off phenomenon.
Okay.
So she has this like psychic connection where the things she's doing, the monster's doing.
Yeah.
But, thousands of miles apart.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I just remember that's what.
I mean,
it kind of feels like a telling, like a kind of more on the nose.
Yeah.
Godzilla,
yeah. Well, if you put the feminist allegory onto it. Yeah.
I wonder if that's like, we should add that to the list.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good one.
Well, I started okay, let's do this for like a slasher film, like a horror film. So Scream, if you remove Ghostface, it's about Sydney overcoming her mother's death and the pressures that she's dealing with from her boyfriend and everyone around her.
Well,
and then
to be more specific, it's because isn't there a sexual assault element to the mother's death because of the sexuality of the town bike personality that she is or was? Because even then, it's like we hear bits and pieces about that, but we never actually get a full story on what was happening with the mother. It sounds like she was just having an affair, but she kind of has this reputation as the town.
We're not going to talk about the rest of the franchise right now? Yes. Because you find out what was going on.
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah. In Scream 3.
I really haven't watched any of them. I've watched the first one, bits and pieces. And I'm sorry, in complete and utter transparency, and I feel like this is going to piss off slasher people, they're the same fucking movie. So to me, they're just like one long, but it's just like, oh, Timothy Olyphant's in this one. Oh, and oh, look, Jack Quaid. Like, they're the same shit to me. The first one, I think, is a masterpiece. I think it's great.
100%
It's great. It's a great slasher film. A completely I will give it that credit. But after that, y'all can fuck off. Like, I do not care about that franchise.
The Scream franchise is the only franchise that I will actually fully defend because each movie plays on to the note of being aware of it being part of the franchise.
No, and that's
what I appreciate.
And that's fair. So. And I think that's a fair assessment of it.
Yeah.
But
like, if it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. I get that.
Everyone has their franchises. Mine's Alien.
Yeah. But again, going back to this, like removing the creature, removing the monster, removing Ghostface.
Do it Alien.
Okay, so remove the creature. Ripley is in isolation with a bunch of men
and one robot.
Yeah. I don't know. Help me. Let's do this. Let's do this together. I'm not alone. Like, what is the main story if you remove the creature? Actually,
I don't. I think that you hit it, except for with a bunch of men thing, because that's not really a factor.
No, it's not.
It's isolation.
Yeah.
Because even in the second one, she's in the room explaining to this, and then the second one it becomes a group of men.
So then, what isolation can do to people? So then, whenever the xenomorph does appear, that is the sense of they're at their deepest points of their mind in isolation, and
well, because even in the second one, she's basically in the room screaming at these people to understand that they don't know what they're dealing with.
The second one,
yeah.
Well, the second one you got to separate now, because the second one is such a different movie from the first one.
Well, I know, but I'm saying the underlying theme is still isolation, because she still ends up kind of alone. I get now, but then
the second one, a big thing is motherhood, because she's trying to protect that girl.
Yeah. Well, and that's when you meet the queen too.
Yeah, exactly. And then you put the creature back in.
Yeah.
See, this is a great. I'd like hearing that. Like, you remove the creature. What is the underlining story? And there's the allegory. I'm like, holy shit, that is awesome. Like, I've never heard it explained so simply before.
Friday the 13th, childhood trauma.
Remove. Oh, let's see. Actually, first, the killer in the first one is Mrs. Voorhees.
Yeah, childhood trauma.
Remove her. That wouldn't be childhood trauma.
Trauma?
I mean, the underlining story is then
trauma of a child?
No, the underlining story is just a bunch of kids wanting to fuck.
Well, no, but because I see what you mean, because it's actually kind of hard to do.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Take the creature out, or the opposing force out. Okay, Evil Dead.
Remove the deadites, and then you have a bunch of
isolation again.
Teenagers trying to escape. They're just trying to go on vacation, trying to escape, society or whatever, the big city.
So with this game too, I think that it is fair to call a spade, and sometimes there's not much more underneath the surface level of what the creature is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and representation to what the story is. Like Hereditary, that works. You can do with that, but that's A24 so up in your goddamn face, and that's just kind of what they do. And maybe that's why A24 gets a bad rap now, because there is no kind of peeling back and look. They wears it very on its sleeves and in your face. So this is motherhood trauma. You're like, okay, a little subtlety would be just a little bit,
That's there. That movie's definitely like generational trauma.
Yeah,
as well.
that movie is. Well, it's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Babadook.
I've never seen the Babadook, actually.
You gotta. That's a good creature feature.
It's like I've seen.
You're gonna hate the ending.
That's fine.
I just know you're gonna hate the ending.
Isn't that one about mother trauma type stuff?
Yeah, well, because the kid has some underlining issues already, and then the Babadook starts to show up, and it's kind of the mom coming to her wit's end of dealing with this kind of problematic.
Oh, isn't it revealed that the mother is a Babadook the entire time?
No.
Oh, okay.
But, this poor kid, well, both of them, because this kid already, it's kind of like, this is going to be a weird way to say it. It's kind of like the boy that cried wolf, because obviously this kid has some kind of emotional issue, whether it be some kind of learning issue or something. There's something kind of with him, that he already has. And
his
then
neurodivergence.
Yeah, of some sort. And the Babadook shows up, and only the kid can see it, so he starts acting out more and more, and the mother's already kind of hit this threshold of not knowing what to do to help her child. So she starts to also antagonize him and come at him because of the way he's been acting, unbeknownst to her that sitting in front of him is this fucking boogeyman, basically. So, but
I wonder if you can do that with any other kind of genre, like Christmas movie. Like, remove the Christmas spirit. What do you get?
A terrible movie. I went over to my mom's yesterday. We were talking. I told her about your Love Actually thing.
Oh, yeah. How I just started laughing at it.
Yeah. And she was like, I don't really remember that movie. And I started telling her the storyline, the Keira Knightley one.
Oh, my God. So insufferable.
Yeah. And she was like, what? And then she was like, is Alan Rickman in that? And I was like, yeah, Alan Rickman.
And he's an asshole.
Is with Emma Thompson. Yeah. But I was like, that one I do like, because that one feels real. That one feels like two people. Because even then there's this he's having a midlife. She becomes aware of it even before the whole present thing. She has kind of like this, it's a crush, leave it there. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I get it. She's an attractive young woman. We've been married forever. I understand why you're like that, but let's leave it at that. And then he proceeds to even take it farther. That's very human, and then she gets her Christmas present, and she goes into her room and has a little breakdown, plays the Joni Mitchell CD, collects herself and then goes out into life to keep the Christmas spirit, and you're like, that's a very real feeling moment. So that one's cool. But then you got the other Keira Knightley one where you're like,
well, it's like
this is crazy.
This is wild. Let's just let's think about all the storylines in this movie. Let's do a quick little
Christmas episode.
So the Keira Knightley one with Andrew Lincoln is absolutely bonkers because its best friend has been in love with his, the best friend's girlfriend.
It's the perfect analogy for that How I Met Your Mother thing where they talk about playing a song for a woman.
Yeah.
Like if she's into you, then it's going to be cute. If she's not into you, it's not.
Yeah, you're going to be, yeah. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, like that. That's a perfect example of, so she's not like, I don't know. I really don't like that one.
I'm trying to remember what Jeffrey Dahmer and then the main character in Say Anything. That's the name of the theory in How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
it's like the Doppler-Dahmer effect. I don't think Doppler's right because I'm trying to remember what John Cusack's character's name is in Say Anything.
Got it.
Because it's the romantic gesture of him outside the boombox versus whatever weird shit Jeffrey Dahmer did. But yeah, because like when Andrew Lincoln presents thing, but then that's the thing is that Keira Knightley then goes and kisses him.
Yeah, then he has like a that'll do, donkey, that'll do kind of moment.
All I needed was just an acknowledgement. Okay.
Yeah, and you're like, what?
Like, no, move on, dude. Jesus.
It's like Lips of an Angel. You know what I mean?
Right.
As long as you're the woman he's talking to, it's cool. But if you're the other woman, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah. That one's crazy.
Then you have Liam Neeson with his.
That one's cute.
That one's cute, but a little weird. And Alan Rickman and Emma is,
I think, the best one.
Is the good one, and then there's Hugh Grant as the Prime Minister.
That one is the most vanilla, uninteresting one.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. It's not weird. It's a Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
And then the Prime Minister, and he falls in love with the servant girl, or whatever the fuck she is. I don't remember.
And then Billy Bob Thornton as the president's making hardcore sexual advances at her using his power.
Bill Nye is pretty good.
Oh yeah, him and his agent or
manager.
Yeah,
his manager. Because they have a really cute catharsis at the end.
Yeah.
Well, in fact, my family is you. Like that's a cute moment.
And then you have the worst one maybe actually is Colin Firth and the girl that they can't communicate.
I was thinking about that after you said it.
God.
And I was like, well, he's just describing the movie falling slowly. Like that's the entire
Is it? I've never seen that.
Yeah, they don't speak the same language, but they fall in love over music. Well, but that's different because they both are musicians, and that's kind of how
they can find a way to connect.
That's kind of how they communicate.
Yeah.
This was like the initial drawing board idea of a story.
Yeah,
like Falling Slowly is a pretty sweet.
And
movie.
then Martin Short and not Martin Short, Martin, whatever, Bilbo.
Oh, the porn star one.
The one that's always edited out. Yeah. That one I just think is it's really comedic. But
it's very English.
Yeah.
Very like
putting him in an awkward situation.
Yeah, and they're just like talking about tea and shit like that.
While they're literally like grinding on each other.
Yeah, doing softcore porn.
And then you have the guy that's going to go to America to sleep with the American.
That one is just fucking ad time. That one doesn't mean anything. There's one we're forgetting one. Oh, there's the woman that's in love
Laura
with...
Linney.
Yeah, Laura Linney.
That one actually is really touching because it's her struggling with having a actual like dating life with a brother who's like that she has to be constantly taking care of.
Yeah, who is like almost seems like he has some kind of schizophrenia, or something.
Yeah, it's schizophrenia.
He's has these bouts of paranoia, these extreme bouts of paranoia.
Yeah. And he's in a home, and she has to be constant, like
she's on call constantly.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, because like that scene where she finally
and it even implies too that he can get like physically aggressive.
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
Like he can have these like moments where he kind of attacks anyone around him. It seems.
Well, it's like that Emma Thompson scene where she like breaks down, puts on the Joni Mitchell, puts herself back together. Laura Linney has that moment where she finally brings herself down or like opens up, brings the vulnerable, brings the man home that she's been wanting to see for so long. Is that who it is?
Xerxes. I always forget about that because he just looks so
they're
different.
on the verge of having sex, and she gets the call, and she's like, "I got to take this," and it's her brother, and she has to go to him, and she just has this moment like, I'm never gonna have a normal life because of this.
Yeah,
you know. and it's tragic. See, that's the thing, is that there's, and as you kind of like hit the nail on the head with that fucking movie, is that every little vignette is kind of like its own genre of a romantic love story, Hallmark story, just condensed.
Yeah,
really
just
quick.
real fucking. Because even when I was describing the Keira Knightley one, what's his name?
Andrew Lincoln.
Andrew Lincoln. I want to call him Adam. Andrew Lincoln one.
Is it Taye Diggs is his friend?
No, I don't remember what his name is.
No, it's not Taye Diggs.
The husband, right?
Yeah.
God, no, English guy.
Mm-hmm.
God,
I can see his face.
I can see his face too, and he's one of those guys I've seen around, but he never's like been that crazy famous to me. He might be over there. I don't. Whatever. Anyways. Oh yeah, so I like told the story and then realized that's when I had this epiphany of like, wow, it really is just like, it'd be interesting if we ever do review that, or if you even just watch it, to kind of almost stopwatch each one, like when they come up, and then actually time out how long to get each one of those story arcs is, because when you describe one of them out of place, it's really quick. Like even the Liam Neeson one, you meet Liam Neeson at the funeral, then you meet the kid, and they kind of have this cool, weird little relationship because he's the stepfather, not the real father.
And then the kid's real mother just passed. So.
Yeah, and then you find out he's in love with this girl, and then you find out that he's actually brother of Emma Thompson's character. Oh, there's the connection. There's the story connection.
Wait, I thought Emma Thompson was Hugh Grant's sister. Silent, just fucking
sorry,
dead fucking silence.
Well, isn't there a scene where they're talking together in the kitchen, or is that someone else?
They might be all. Maybe he's also Hugh Grant's brother.
No, because you're right. Hugh Grant shows up at the play with the girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe they're just friends.
Maybe coworkers, or maybe she was friends with the wife.
Maybe I just remember them having a conversation.
They have a conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but they know each other. Oh, there's.
Well, it's like there's like all with these movies. There's like one little weird through line thread. Like we talked about
game.
We the movie New Year's that we did.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve. Yeah. You know, everybody kind of weirdly knows each other somehow.
Valentine's Day, those big ensemble ones.
I mean, Love Actually spawned this like genre.
Yeah. But yeah, and then you meet, and they're talking in the kitchen, and then now here comes the drum set, and then we have the scene where he finally confesses his love.
Oh, he runs to the airport.
Yeah, back before a certain event happened.
When he was just a high five and a pat on the butt. Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Go get your flight. Before certain events changed all that. Yeah, and then he goes, and then we have a Mariah Carey singing number.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then then the airport, and it's like that's it. It's like it's only like.
No, I thought the final shot was Bill Nye doing the whole "You're my real family." Actually,
no, I meant with when you condense the story.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's really just boom,
yeah.
Done.
Because and that's even like the Colin Firth one is like the most insufferable because you're getting like maybe 10, 15 minutes of them not talking but fumbling around each other.
And
then somehow ending.
She's like Portuguese or something, right? Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just also a sucker for Bill Nye, like in anything.
I mean, he's a great fucking actor.
In my fingers. I love this thing. I know it's like some kind of like issue.
Is it?
I mean, his fingers are always stuck like this.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
I noticed it in that Hitman movie where he's teaching Rupert Grant how to shoot a gun. Because Rupert Grant also wants to become a hitman, and so he's like,
Rupert Grint?
Ginger.
Yeah.
Grint.
Yeah.
Okay, Rupert Grint, and he's like teaching Rupert Grint how to shoot, and he's holding the gun like that. You know what? That's weird. And then ever since then, every movie, even when he's in Underworld, when he's sitting on the throne, I think he has some kind of like tendon issue.
Like when he's relaxed, his hands are just like
kind
this.
of like this.
And
he's he's sitting there. And, you have broken the covenant.
What about Davy Jones? Fish fingers.
Well, one of them's a lobster claw, so that's just the whole thing is just right. Doesn't he have a lobster claw?
I can't remember.
Yeah, he has a lobster claw, and then he has an octopus.
We're about
hand.
to find out soon.
Oh yeah, forgot that was on the. But yeah, no. Love Actually is when you came in. This movie is insufferable. Like yeah, it always has been.
Oh yeah, well, I have a fun. So
and it's only getting worse with age.
Yeah, so
it's like
I saw
eggnog.
this. I saw Love Actually in the theaters when it came out because me and my friend Trey in high school, we were like, oh yeah, no, it has this great cast. We were both movie guys, you know, cinephiles. Like has this great cast. It's supposed to be kind of like a Christmas movie, maybe a little bit like Love Story, whatever. Not really knowing exactly what it's about, and went to it for like opening weekend, and we were two teenage guys in a theater full of dates.
I had the same thing with Juno.
And like, it was just like, we're like, oh dude, are we on a date right now? Holy shit.
Like a friend of mine went to go see Juno, thinking it was going to be like 40-Year-Old Virgin or whatever, just because it had that Michael Cera and had that vibe to it.
And it
was so, we walked out like, not what we thought it was going to be. I mean,
great fucking movie.
Yeah, but like, he's just really like, like we thought it was just going to be this really raunchy comedy, like
Superbad type thing.
Yeah,
well,
like
I guess before Superbad.
But you know what I mean, that realm, of entertainment was something very different.
Teenage girl gets pregnant. Oh man.
I don't know what we thought, but I do remember walking out of the theater with Chris. That was fun to go see it with. Like, oh, that was interesting.
Dude, I miss going to the theater as much. I wish it wasn't so damn expensive.
I wouldn't go. I don't know. It's just got. I don't know. We're in this weird phase with that whole thing. Because if things just weren't streaming, if they just pulled back on streaming and just really leaned into theater again, I feel like we'd have the pushback on theaters because that was the only place to go see these new things. But ever since the pandemic and everything, it's just.
Well, I feel
cheaper and it's easier. I'm assuming it's cheaper
to go to the theater.
No, rather than a studio come doing the rights with a theater.
Oh
just put it on their own platform.
100% cheaper to do that.
Yeah, so they're like, fuck it. Yeah. And like they have such motherfuckers like Amazon that
Yep.
It's like it's gonna be free quote unquote on Disney in a week, but you could spend $35.95 right now. They really get you with that instant gratification thing.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, that doesn't work on me anymore. When they first were doing that, it worked a couple times. But then I became very savvy with the whole that game they're playing.
I mean, for newer movies, unless it's something I really, really extremely want to watch, I won't spend money to rent it unless it's like a group of friends and we're all sitting down to watch it. Because it's like, if you think like you're renting the movie on Amazon for like $25 for 5 people to watch, as opposed to going to the theater and spending $25 on 5 tickets.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's also like when I got you the Toxic Avenger thing.
Yeah.
When I saw that, Blu-ray collectors, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about like just having the physical copy.
Well, yeah, because even that was like that. I think that thing was like 40 or something like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that makes sense.
But it was brand new. And I'm like, and it's something that, and luckily enough, it ended up being great.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of those movies I'd be super down to watch again. But like that's fine because now you have this thing forever, but it's just, that whole thing.
Well, as long as there is something to play it on as well. I mean, that's the same thing with like if the internet crashes out, then you can't watch all that digital media.
Well, yeah, but it's like, okay, let's say right now your PlayStation 5 were to crap out and break. Well, you got a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Well, I got an Xbox 360 under my bed. Well, I have a portable CD-ROM drive that I can plug in. There's you now just have it. There are ways forever to watch it. Anytime you go to Goodwill, there's DVD players and shit.
Yeah.
So,
but I just like, I don't know. I just have a lot of like fun memories in theaters that I feel like sometimes a theater can just be, it's more of a unique experience because it's an event in another way, as opposed to just sitting at home.
Yeah, well, it's your community. You're sitting with people, experiencing people like that.
It's like Toy Story 3. David and I went to see together, and that the scene in Toy Story 3 where they're like on the conveyor belt going for the incinerator.
Yeah,
100% convinced they were gonna kill all the toys.
Yeah.
I'm like, are they really about to end this franchise with them all dying? And I'm just like welling up and like about to cry. And I look over at David and David looks over at me and he's welling up in just tears as well. And we both like just grab each other. It's gonna be okay, comforting each other. And we looked and like there was these 2 dudes down like a row below us that clearly showed up together, but they had to leave that space for the gay in between them.
My clothed leg is gonna touch your clothed leg.
Yeah. It's gonna make us make out.
Yeah. Chad Daniels? Yeah, Chad Daniels.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Well, it's like, or I think of like Cloverfield. When I remember when I went to go see Cloverfield in theaters. Hated it because I hate that found camera bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But we're sitting there and it's like at the end of the movie and they're under the bridge and the bridge is coming down on them, you know, and there's a moment of like, I love you too. And I just remember way over here, someone just goes, horse shit, and the entire theater just started erupting in laughter, like shit like that, you know, like,
Yeah.
Or like I had fond memories of I saw every single Twilight premiere.
Oh,
And that was really fun. Saw every single Harry Potter one. Like that was a trip. The very last Harry Potter, and like when all that shit started going down, and just the emotion, the Toy Story thing, the emotion people were feeling, and I was like, I got it, but didn't because I also wasn't that big of a fan, you know. But no, that was crazy. Or like, I had another one that
I'll never forget seeing Dark Knight Rises the night before.
Yeah,
because the following day
that was crazy.
Yeah,
I got a bunch of calls, and I was like, I remember, I think it was my mom called me about that, and was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? What happened?" And she told me about it, and I was like, "Oh my god, where?" And she's like, "Colorado." I was like, "Okay." I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I appreciate the concern. I love it, but I was like, "Oh, like the way it was presented was like it was down the street," you know? I was like, "Oh." Do you remember that's when I had orange hair too?
I mean, it was faded from red, yeah.
Yeah, but it turned orange and I went,
You gotta fix this.
Get this off. Not good. Not good. That was crazy. I forgot about that.
I mean, the midnight, I'm like midnight releases were just a really fun thing. I know they still kind of do that. It's like, I like how it's going to be released on theaters on Friday, but starting at 9 p.m. on Thursday, you can start getting
You get tickets for it.
No, you can go watch it. It's being played.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Well, you said get tickets for it. I thought you meant just like
no,
buy for.
Usually, so when you go to a movie, you buy a ticket.
Yeah, you can buy a ticket for a later date.
Yeah, you sure can. And you can buy it immediately.
You were
you
clear.
Came at me. I was very clear. I was very clear.
You were very broad with just buy a ticket.
Anyways. I had one more. I had another good one. I can't remember what it is now.
Spider-Man 3 I almost walked out of.
I walked out of Sonic 3.
Yeah, you did,
yeah, I can see that. Spider-Man 3.
I remember also like Spider-Man 3 really excited, and I will also the trailer for Hulk, the Eric Bana one, and being super excited seeing that trailer.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh my god, they're doing it.
I need to rewatch that.
I own it on DVD.
No, I gotta watch it. I remember Sweeney Todd was the first argument I got into someone with at a theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Sweeney Todd came out and I had to, like, it was around the first time that I could go see like a rated R movie by myself. Like, I was old enough to buy my own ticket. And I was like, I'm gonna go do that, you know, just because I can. Like, you know, and became very clear very quickly it was a musical. Did not know that going in. I just Tim Burton.
Yeah, that's fair.
Johnny Depp, you know, like cool, whatever. And I was like, okay, that's a musical. And I was like, all right, I'm going to sit through this because I remember it's a musical I enjoy, or ended up enjoying. But I remember, like, I don't know, halfway through the movie, this guy in front of me was like, oh, they're singing again. And it was like a matinee at 2:00. So there's nobody in the theater. There's like 4 of us. And I just look at him like, yeah, dude, it's a fucking musical. They're gonna keep singing. Like, what do you mean? Like, I was just like, what are you talking about? Yeah,
it's a musical. It's a musical, but they're gonna stop all music halfway through the movie.
Yeah, like, just buckle in, bucko. Like, and like, this is a Broadway ass musical. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was so stupid. Oh, you just figured it out? An hour and a half in? Cool, moron. But yeah, that was a good one. I remember that. Fond memories. Yeah, that's fond memories. Or like, I remember Kevin and I went to go see Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Oh,
and there was nobody in that theater. It was just the 2 of us. That was cool.
I think when I went, I tried to go see Rise of the Silver Surfer, but the viewing, they had to return everybody's tickets because the the projector like went down.
That movie was hot garbage.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And the only thing I really remember about it is Jessica Alba's hair is just really terrible.
Oh, her wig.
Yeah, not they're like make her more blonde. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
And that movie almost made her almost quit acting.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, she was treated like garbage on set.
Did you watch the new one?
Yeah, I did.
You liked it, right?
I liked it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely. It's weird because I have knowledge about their son's history later on in the comics, and
Their sons.
Yeah, the Reed and Sue's.
Who's that?
I forget his name already. Again,
Really flexing that knowledge over
I
there.
know, right? I want to say Alan. That doesn't sound right.
Franklin Richards.
Franklin,
A
yeah.
powerful mutant with reality warping abilities.
Yeah, no, dude, he's like one of the most powerful.
So I take it he's in this then?
Yeah, that's not a big spoiler. The very beginning of the movie, you find out that she's pregnant. But he has a huge, important like storyline arc with Galactus later in the series.
Is Galactus in the movie?
He's the main bad guy. Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
why Silver Surfer's in it.
I don't know. Silver. Oh, right. What's her name? Is Silver Surfer.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I did know that.
Silver Surfer is the herald to Galactus.
Yeah.
Galaxus.
What do they do with Rise of the Silver Surfer? Wasn't Galactus like this weird like cosmic?
Yeah.
He was like the bad guy from Fifth Element.
Yeah.
Like this weird kind of like planet-sized thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not really a form.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I think there was like a moment where like it takes a little bit of a weird form of what Galactus looks like, and but not.
Yeah, kind of like Green Lantern.
I never watched Green Lantern with Brian Reynolds.
Really?
Yeah, I never seen it.
Really?
Yeah,
That's so weird to me. I'd be curious what you think about that.
I do want to watch it.
I mean, Mark Strong as Sinestro was sick.
Oh, he would be a great.
Yeah, he was a great
yeah.
Sinestro.
Yeah.
He was really good. But I don't know. I feel like that movie got a lot of shit, and I get it from like the comic book nerds. But like even like in Deadpool, all the like jabs they make at it, it's like please don't make the suit CG or whatever.
He's like,
you
no,
know?
and just don't make it green.
Yeah, it's like it's a living, it's like the suit is part of the life force of the green. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I mean is like as also a Green Lantern fan, I really like the whole core story arc and think it's really interesting. I thought it was kind of a cool way to interpret that personally, but I just know comic book nerds really hated it, and I just didn't really.
I need to watch it to know anything.
The thing I hated most about it is Blake Lively, because I just can't really stand Blake Lively, which is I don't think I.
I don't think I've ever really seen her act.
Accepted.
What show is she in? Is she in?
I always want to say the L word. The other one, Degrassi.
She wasn't in Degrassi, was she?
I don't know. One of those.
I thought it was like a CW show.
I don't know.
Well, Degrassi was not a CW show.
I don't know. One of those things. That to me is just all
One Tree Hill.
Maybe, sure. That all everything you're saying to me is the same thing. Like I don't know. Like it just goes all Charlie Brown. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hot teenagers and drama.
She's an Accepted. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an early role.
Yeah. I mean, and she's literally just
the one movie I remember.
A one-dimensional character in that.
There's a movie with her and Anna Kendrick that I remember actually enjoying. But they're like frenemies and they murder somebody or something. I can't really.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, but the premise was fun, and then also they, since they were frenemies, but I guess they were kind of frenemies in real life,
Okay.
so that really transferred over well. Like they just didn't really get along. This is what I remember reading. I mean, the best thing about she actually has one of the best lines in that Green Lantern movie, in my opinion. He the superhero, saves the girlfriend, but he's in his superhero mode, and she doesn't know he's a superhero yet. And,
I know what line you're talking about because it's in the trailers.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Hello," and she's like, "Hal?" He's like, "What? No, who is this Hal you speak of?" And she's like, "Hal, I've seen you naked. You think it's because I can't see your cheekbones? I'm not gonna know some shit like that just because he has the little." And I like that because I was like, "Thank you,
yeah,
thank you." Someone acknowledged this bullshit mask. Who could that be? Man, Robin really looks like Bruce Wayne's kid. How tall would you say Batman is? Fuck you. How many millionaires do you know with dark-haired young boy wards constantly rotating? Maybe it's because it's a different conversation. They're like, what is going on in that Batcave?
I think Morgan Freeman's Lucius Fox in Dark Knight nailed it on the head. Like why nobody's gonna like call out. I think Bruce Wayne's Batman. You're going to
the
blackmail your boss.
No, look, you think
Yeah,
that your boss, one of the most influential, powerful, wealthiest man on the planet, is secretly moonlighting as a vigilante that beats up criminals with his bare hands. And your plan is to blackmail this person?
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah. Like that's very, I mean,
And then his immediate,
the rest of Gotham's probably kind of like, yeah, just let him do what he's going to do.
Well, there's I was actually reading, God, I meant to write it down. There's actually a comic book where it's like an offshoot kind of elsewhere kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But basically somebody figures out that Bruce Wayne is Batman and goes up to like Two-Face and a couple of the others and is like, hey, we should go take him down. And Two-Face then threatens this guy. He's going, no, we are very fucking aware that Batman is Bruce Wayne. But if we destroy Bruce Wayne, then all we have left is Batman.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is like this weird anchor that keeps him like having to keep up this persona.
Yeah. It keeps him busy. It keeps him busy during the day.
Like half the time. like, half the time he's got other shit to do. Like we take away Bruce Wayne, we got Batman full time. Like we're not doing that. And I was like, that's actually pretty funny. This dude is crazy. This dude with a melted face is like, you don't know what you're dealing with here. Clearly don't play with fire, you know? God damn. That was a wild, that's just, Batman's so scary.
Because he's mentally ill.
He's so mentally ill. He's such a scary superhero. Everyone's just tiptoeing around him at all times. Like, this dude could snap at any second.
And then
he has like a second world country's arsenal of weaponry and money. Like the dude could start he could go full Doctor Doom, you know.
Yeah,
like,
and then you get scenes like in the Batman where Robert Pattinson's like just literally pop, pop, pop. You know, it's
that's
just like,
the reason I saw that movie. It's in the trailer. He just fucking wailed on that dude. And I was like, I gotta
imagine if that that's a part-time guy.
Yeah, imagine full-time guy. That's the like kind of bummed me out of that movie. I was like, I thought it was gonna be a lot of just like that's why I liked Batfleck. It's that scene where he pulls out the thing and he stabs the guy and then breaks him on a box. And you're like, cool. Like this dude is unhinged. And also because Ben Affleck was huge. He was a fucking monster in that movie. Dressed up as a bat. Happy Halloween, motherfucker. Like, God damn.
Okay, we're at about an hour actually.
All right. Well, that's.
I feel like that's a fun button to end on.
Happy Halloween, motherfucker. Boom, boom. All right. Well, so yeah, follow us on Instagram and Facebook when you'll see our promos when we actually iron out what we're gonna do for this upcoming holiday, Christmas, winter season, whatever the hell. We got a couple different ideas spitballing. So you'll know when we know.
You'll know next week when you listen.
Thank you for listening. Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Follow, subscribe, share with a friend. Oh, generate.
Oh yeah. Connect the stars.
So Connect the Stars this week. The first two to come up are, funny enough, Colin Firth and Chloe Grace Moretz. I feel like we just did her. Did we?
No, we might have.
Well, let's keep Colin Firth because we were just talking about Live Actually. I'm gonna redo Moretz. Let's see what comes up next.
Moretz.
We just did her too. Colin Firth and Tom Hanks. Feels like.
I feel that feels maybe easy.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Colin Firth and Gary Oldman. That feels easy. Colin Firth and Daniel Day-Lewis. We just did Daniel Day-Lewis. Oh, Colin Firth and Christopher Waltz. We just did Christopher Waltz. What the fuck? Jonah Hill. Colin Firth and Jonah Hill.
All right. That's an interesting one.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, because we were also just talking about like Superbad and shit. Cool. Yeah. So go ahead and play along. Leave in the comments what your connection was if you think of a fun one, or if you just want to say what it was. This is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
Tommy and Jacob's
Mixtape.
Right.
Thank you guys.